Ghostbusters or Fast and the Furious, what's it gonna be? Hello everybody, welcome. We have brand new permits, details, and information about the attraction that is going to be replacing Rip Ride Rockit. We are here today at Universal Studios to check out all of the construction. We're going to talk about some of these new permits and where these buildings and structures are going to be. They're going to be added for this brand new attraction. And hopefully by the end of today, we've got a little bit more of an indicator of what exactly it is that we're going to be getting. Well, we have been talking about this Rip Ride Rockit attraction replacement for months and months now. We've known it's coming. We finally have more details happening, and there's tons of construction going on. I want to take a look right here at the very entrance. There is all kind of construction happening, changing the walkways here, making more room and space for the staging equipment, the construction equipment, and the new attraction. The very first thing we see here is the walkway that goes from Universal Studios over to Islands of Adventure is all now walled off. There is tons of construction happening. This is usually a very wide open walkway space here over by Hard Rock Cafe, and it's all completely walled off all the way to the water. So they've got things happening over here between the walkway and the water, and then over on the right side they've got a bunch of stuff happening behind this wall, which is clearing room and space for the new attraction. Now, this walkway was used previously for the entrance to the Blue Man Theater, Blue Man Group, which is right on the other side of that wall there. And now it's basically all cleared. There's just dirt there, and that is where we're expecting there to be staging equipment for the new attraction that's coming. In addition, our expectation is that a lot of that space will be used for the actual roller coaster itself. Now, we also know that this is an Intamin Roller Coaster that's coming. This is the same people that have made tons of the roller coasters at Universal, like Velocicoaster, like Hagrid's, a lot of like iconic, some of their most successful attractions. Intamin has been the creator of it. And so we are expecting a top-notch thrill coaster here. Hopefully it's more experiential and not just like a straight-up thrill coaster. Hopefully it's something more along the lines of a Hagrid's, like combination Velocicoaster Hagrid's. I think that would be really cool. Wow, this is just crazy. Just looking here at this fence, you can kind of see over it. It's not very tall. I mean, literally, I can just kind of look right here over it. It's crazy to me how fast they're moving. I mean, Rip Ride Rockit's still moving behind me. I mean, it's not even shut down yet. And they're already just tearing this place up, making room for the new roller coaster that's going to be there. It's crazy to me how fast they keep moving as Universal. It feels to me like Disney moves a little bit slower. And so I'm really excited about this. We're almost to the point where we're going to start seeing, I think, the ride structures start to show up on site here. There's been a lot of speculation about those green beams, green structures over there at Epic Universe. A lot of people saying it could be posts and things for a Ghostbusters attraction here, or it could just be fence posts for a wall. All the construction, all the like sort of beams are all about the same height, so it would make sense that that could potentially be for a wall. But then the question is, what's the wall for? It's definitely not to just block the smell coming from the sewage treatment plant. It's definitely not to block a sight line, because there are no, you can't see anything from the park at that point. Now you can see things on Stardust Racers over there, but that little chintzy wall they might build there isn't going to be blocking anything from Stardust Racers. So I'm not really sure. It has me speculating on what they're doing with that wall, if that's in fact what it is, which I'll probably do a future video on. But right now we've got so much stuff happening here. All this space here on the left where all the dirt is being moved is going to be places for them to lay things out, but also, I believe, to be expanding the roller coaster footprint. Then once Rip Ride Rockit is taken down, then they'll have space to create the roller coaster there. So I think it's going to take up a larger footprint than where Rip Ride Rockit is today. All right, let's head into the back of the park here now. And of course, in honor of us talking about Ghostbusters a lot, you know I had to wear my Ghostbusters shirt. My daughter bought it for me. Yeah, I'm super pumped about it. I love it. Ghostbusters. I get lots of compliments on this shirt too, so you got to rock the Ghostbusters when you're talking about Ghostbusters. All right, well, I made my way over here to the Ghostbusters Firehouse, where a big portion of the attraction and the new buildings are going to be for the Rip Ride Rockit replacement. Now, I've talked a little bit about the history of the wall that's up around here in some of my other videos, but essentially there's this big green wall up in front of the firehouse and sort of basically blocking off where they're going to be doing construction for Rip Ride Rockit. There's a lot of signage on it. Now the original signage was all about the restoration of Engine 89, which is very much a Ghostbusters reference. Since all the speculation has started, they started putting up other signs that are very indicative of Fast and the Furious and potentially Back to the Future. Nobody knows for sure if they're just trying to throw us off the scent or if they just wanted to put some more things on the walls. Who knows what the rationale was. But I'm looking at a lot of the new permits and things that are coming out, showing some of the building structures. And I know a lot of people are saying, hey, this could be Fast and the Furious. And it absolutely could be. And I've said Fast and Furious is one of my top contenders for replacing this attraction. All along I've said Fast and Furious because building a Fast and Furious attraction here would very easily allow them to replace the Fast and Furious, the Busted, over there by the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because nobody likes that attraction. Everyone's like, let's get rid of that attraction. So speculation has been that this is going to be a Fast and Furious, some sort of like, East Coast Drift or New York Drift or something of that kind. Basically a copy of the West Coast version that they're putting into Universal Studios in Hollywood. And by doing that here, we would not only keep Fast and Furious in this park as an IP, it would allow them to shut down the Fast and Furious, the Busted, and put something else there, which speculation there has been if they shut it down, what could they turn it into? Could be a Ghostbusters attraction, could be Back to the Future, could be another attraction that they could put in there very easily. Hopefully whatever they end up doing with it, they tear out the construct of the ride and don't just change like an overlay. They need to really tear out the ride vehicles and just do something else with that huge, enormous building. So looking at the new permits and the buildings, people were saying, okay, this kind of looks like a Fast and the Furious building because the size and structure of it is kind of similar to the one that they're doing over in Hollywood. However, the more that I look at it and the placement of it, it's literally right behind this big, large building that they're creating is directly behind the Ghostbusters firehouse. It's sort of replacing in part of the Jimmy Fallon extended queue, which is definitely not needed because nobody does Jimmy Fallon because it's garbage. And it's basically a virtual queue anyway. I don't even know why they have that. But basically, you can walk through that area when you're doing the Halloween Horror Nights. It's like a path to one of the haunted houses. But they're ripping that out, and then they're essentially building a new building right there behind the firehouse. Literally almost touching the firehouse. So I'm sitting there asking the question, how is that not Ghostbusters? I mean, you literally walk through the firehouse as your entry into this attraction, into a very large building that is going to be housing either part of the attraction or the queue or some portion of it. I don't understand. Like, it's literally right behind the Ghostbusters building. So I'm not sure why the very first thought when people see this building permit is Fast and the Furious. When to me, I look at it and go, isn't that Ghostbusters? So I don't know what's going to happen. There's also another building that's sort of over to the right beyond the firehouse, over there in sort of the holding area for some of the Halloween Horror Nights houses, kind of between the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogwarts Express, and some of the sound stages. There's another building being built there. That could also potentially be part of the line queue. I'm not sure. I think it probably seems to me more like it's an indoor part of the roller coaster attraction. So as I continue to look at this space and I see the firehouse right here, you replace this section of the coaster here, make that an actual firehouse entrance, building right behind it for the attraction, which again could be Ghostbusters, goes right from the firehouse into the attraction. You've got some sort of, like coaster track kind of spinning off this way, going over to this area, which behind there, I can't really see it that well here, but let me kind of come over here. But basically over here, straight down there, there's another building being constructed, which could just be additional soundstage, warehouse, maintenance type stuff back there. It could be part of the attraction. So you can kind of see like pieces of the roller coaster kind of spinning off here, going over into that direction, going inside of a building there, coming back out, weaving its way back up all the way to the front of the park, doing a bunch of things there, coming back. So you could definitely see how that would work, given all the space that they have, and expanding the footprint in the front of the park, expanding the footprint back here, creating the ride attraction at the back of the park here in New York, which again does work for Fast and Furious, East Coast Drift of some kind, but also works for Ghostbusters because Ghostbusters is in New York. So I don't really know what we're going to get here. So right here is the extended queue for the Jimmy Fallon attraction. If you kind of come back here, you can see it. It's outside, so that doesn't necessarily mean we need to tear the building out. Essentially, what they're going to do is build a building in this space right here. So the firehouse is right here around this building to the basically the the edge of this building here is where the firehouse starts. So you can see the firehouse entrance here into a giant building in this space that takes up all this attraction area, all this extended queue area. Again, I mean, it's literally attached to the firehouse. You know, just to kind of give you the overview of where this space is going to be. This is going to be like this giant 3-story building, probably as big as that soundstage there. Now I want to take a quick look at the center portion of the attraction, the roller coaster. From what I'm seeing on all the permits and the information and details we've got, doesn't look to me like they're changing this section of the roller coaster very much. It's still going to be sort of this narrow little section for the coaster to go through. So I'm assuming all they're going to be able to do here is something similar to what we have here, which is basically the roller coaster kind of going through this narrow stretch here until it clears these sound stages and buildings. Now the big question on everybody's mind is, are we going to get a cool like giant hill like what's right behind me here in the video? You can see the giant hill obviously, which is very iconic for the attraction and Universal Studios. It makes its way into a lot of the artwork and stuff for Universal Studios, sort of that big giant roller coaster peak. And it's curious to see, are they going to have some sort of similar hill somewhere on this attraction, or is it all going to be low to the ground? I've talked a lot about the wind issues. It's kind of a wind tunnel and the issues that they have with that attraction because it's an older attraction, the way it was built. It has to shut down constantly because of high winds. The winds basically keep the ride from operating a lot of times. So even though it may look really nice out like today, you're like, why is it shut down? It's because of high winds, not because of lightning or some issue with the attraction. So will they do something high like that, or are they going to try and keep it as low to the ground as possible to sort of prevent some of those wind tunnel problems? Maybe they don't need to worry about the wind tunnel problems because it's newer technology, and this is a very old attraction. Now the big question, of course, is what are they going to do with this giant building here, this loading zone here, where basically the roller coaster comes through, you actually load onto the attraction, you go up the giant hill. There's a lot of space right here, a pretty good chunk of space. It's pretty wide here. It opens back up after the soundstage there. And then right past that line there where that blue roof, blue awning is, that's where it opens up even more now because they've opened up all that space I was talking about in the beginning, right there next to Hard Rock. So we'll see what they end up doing here. They could do a lot of like swirls and spaghetti type roller coaster interactions right in this space, go out there. And then that open space, do a lot of cool stuff, hook it back around, go on through this narrow space, all the way back towards the buildings. I don't know, it's going to be interesting. There's a pretty decent amount of space, so I feel like the attraction itself, hopefully, will be twice as long. Rip Ride Rockit's pretty short. So I'm hoping with all the additional space that they've got here over where the building is they're creating and the space over there in the front of the park that they're going to have now, they're going to be able to essentially create something that maybe is twice as long as the current Rip Ride Rockit, have some more unique elements to it, maybe even some cool indoor theming and buildings. We do see that there is a small little building being built in the front there by Hard Rock, which could be something like a little terminal thing that you pull through like in Hagrid's. If you think about the Hagrid's attraction, when it kind of goes through that little booth there where the three-headed dog is Fluffy, is that the name of it? Fluffy or something like that? And Hagrid is in that little pavilion. We could see something similar there in that little building. Could just be some sort of maintenance shed or something, but it could be some cool experiential element, which I'm really hoping for because I hope it's a little bit more experiential than Velocicoaster. All right, well, there you have it. That's all about Ghostbusters or Fast and the Furious. I just don't really know what we're going to end up with. It could go either way. It could be something, not either one of those. To be honest, it could end up being a Back to the Future ride. It could have ended up being something completely different that has nothing to do with any IPs that we're thinking of. I just don't know. Yes, I think Fast and Furious is possible. I still think Ghostbusters is the front runner. The only thing that I have to say about Ghostbusters as to why it might not be Ghostbusters is I don't know if Universal has any large agreement with Sony, with the owners of Ghostbusters, to bring a multi-million-dollar attraction to their parks, using the licensing for Ghostbusters for something like a parade integration or a meet and greet or the firehouse reconstruction. That's a lot different than having an agreement for some sort of long-term attraction that's going to last in the park 10, 20 years. And I'm not aware of any sort of partnership that they have so far on it, which could mean we don't end up getting a Ghostbusters. I feel like that would be a colossal fail. I just really want to see Ghostbusters come to the park, but we'll see. Either way, Fast and Furious will be cool too. I am interested in some sort of drift coaster. Hopefully whatever it ends up being is similar to like a Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I don't know, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What do you think it's gonna be? What are you hearing? What do you see is happening? Or you think I'm right about the permits? The building is right there behind the firehouse. Seems really easy fit, but again, the licensing might be what hangs them up. Love to hear what your thoughts are. Comment below, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Just smash it right now. If you don't subscribe to my channel, it's totally free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Tell all your friends about this channel. Hope to see you in the parks. Thanks so much for watching. Till I see you next time, the noble way is the easy way. Bye-bye, everybody.